Today we're going to talk about long-term spa ownership. What I mean by long-term is you've now owned your spa for 3 to 6 months. You're getting used to your everyday routine, or I should say twice a week, right? We're going to test our water twice a week. But now it's been 3 to 6 months. The water doesn't look as clear as it did day one, and it may be time to change the water. So I use a big range of every 3 to 6 months. The reason being, we have two things: use and how good have you been with that water chemistry. That's a key part of taking care of your spot. It's also a key part of how long you're going to be able to go without changing your water. So 3 months. 3 months, it could be ready. Family's been using the spa a lot, or the other side. You're really busy, didn't realize that you had to take care of your spa twice a week, and it's got away from you a few times. It happens, guys. But when the spa gets away from you and it gets cloudy, gets smelly, every time that happens, all that cloudiness has to be filtered out, right? So our filter is going to hold on to that until we change it out and clean it. So 3 to 6 months is a pretty good range. I've seen some times where people have to replace their filter even every other month until they get used to things, because it's gotten cloudy so many times. The filter can handle probably 2 or 3 times before it starts to clog up. When the filter clogs up, you're going to see a couple things on your display screen. There's a good chance you may see no flow, low flow, heat or dry, or there's a few other things that are all going to lead to, depending on the models, you're going to get some codes that are going to think that there's something wrong with the hot tub. 90% or maybe even higher of the time is going to be dirty filters. So the big question you're going to ask yourself when you're seeing any of those signs are how many times did it get cloudy? So let's say that we're ready to change our spa water. It's now been 4 months. It's been a great run though, right? Spa's been beautiful. Water's been clear, lots of use, but you're just ready to change it. If you can get on the routine every 6 months, I like to change mine out probably I'd say right around October, somewhere around there. And then I let it run through the whole winter, and I do it in about April, somewhere around there. I don't know if it's quite 6 months, but yeah, on each time. But that's when I change my water. Sometimes a little bit more, or some customers a little bit more. Bigger families using the spa 5 times a week, they may change it out a little bit more frequently. When I change out my spa water, there's a couple things I want to do. I want to buy an extra set of filters. That other set that you have, 2 sets should last you 2 years, rotating them out every 6 months. So you don't have to take them and just throw them away. You're going to save them. There's 2 different ways to clean your filters properly. You can do a muriatic acid and water solution, 10-to-1. It's kind of corrosive. Don't recommend it if you have a lot of kids around. If you can put it in a shed or something like that where no one can get to it, again, there's some different ratios you can do there to clean it using muriatic acid and water. But they make a lot safer products out there, spa filter cleaners, that you can give a try. We have some great ones in our retail store. You get to see Ken. He's awesome. So just depends. But a filter cleaner, you're going to soak those for 48 hours, let them dry, shake them off, clean out all the debris, put them on the shelf, rotate those 2 sets out every 6 months. So we've now drained our spa. We've replaced our filter with new filters. Spa with new filters. And now what do we do, right? Now we're going to refill our spa. But before we refill it, we want to try to clean that water line. That water line using some paper towels or a nice, I won't say terry cloth, a microfiber cloth with some Windex. Windex tends to not have a lot of heavy fragrances in it. It doesn't have all kinds of junk in it. So what I found, it works very well. Use Windex and a microfiber cloth. You'll clean that towel line really good. I also use a shop vac. I shop vac on all the seats. I have kids at home. I get a lot of sand in my hot tub sometimes. I vacuum out all the seats. I clean out the seats really good before I fill the spa. We fill up the spa. We're going to fill it up to the bottom of the pillows, hit that pillow line. One thing that we talked about earlier, we're going to talk about is the airlock, the possibility of your pumps having an airlock upon refilling your spa. Again, you've drained your spa. Didn't talk about the draining, did I? So we're going to go over that. All different models have a different way to drain your spa. South Sea Line, for instance, they're going to have right on the corner. They're going to have a little drain plug right here, a drain right here. Right here, you can pull it out a little bit. You turn this valve. Right there, it's closed. That way it's open. There is a little cover inside this cabinet that will go on here. But that's how you drain your South Sea Line. The Island Series. The Island Series is a little bit different. We're going to talk about that one as well. Right in the front right. I almost said left, but right here. There's a little plug right here. You're going to You're going to be a little careful. Cut yourself like I just almost did. Take this plug off right here. You just take your finger and pull that out right there. Okay. Now that it's pulled out, that's a check valve. Okay. So now that's pulled out, water will come out. Take your hose. It's pretty slow though because it's gravity fed. We'll hook our hose to this right here. We'll run our hose out. One of the things I want to keep in mind when we're gravity feeding, we're draining our spa, it takes forever. So at home, I actually purchased a submersible pump from Home Depot, or you can get them at your pool stores, just pretty much anywhere. Submersible pump, I can drain my spa in about 45 minutes. Hooking it up right here to this drain, you're going to take just a few hours sometimes. It's gravity fed, it's really slow. So just depends how much time you have available that day. 2 ways to drain your hot tub: submersible pump in the middle, drain it pretty quickly, or you hook up a hose to your check valve right here. So we're just going to push that back in, turn it, that's back, and we're going to put that cap back on. The Garden Series, which I don't have available at the moment, the Garden Series, you actually have to take off your panel, and they have the hose, the hose attachment on the inside of your spa. Just the way they designed it. There's no specific reason, but the Garden Series, you do have to take this panel off, and then you'll see the hose attachment right inside there. You'll attach your hose to it, run it out, and drain it.